Alright, hello everybody, Skyrim here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. We're gonna go over the patch notes. We're gonna do a side-by-side cross-examination between the two, the global and the Chinese notes. There's always usually some discrepancies or certain things left out. I did find a few, so let's get into it right now. Pull them both up here and do this. Okay. So, first and foremost, this is when it's gonna go down. Per your regions, there's the times right there. That's when it's going to happen. You get the idea. Moving on, both sides. We get a Risk and Rally limited time event. This is a speed run dungeon event for a leaderboard system, which is going to occur from the 25th to the 11th of August. A dungeon selected every 12 will be selected every 12 hours. So during that 12-hour time window, that dungeon that is selected, that is the one you can speed run to get a better score. This is going to be across, and you'll be in a leaderboard against only your own class, which is good because there's quite the discrepancy in damage across all the classes when it comes to these kind of things. So I'm glad that they didn't include it, for all classes. It's all by your own class, and it is also split by Inferno and Hell difficulties. Okay? So, I guess if you really want to make the most of it, just run Inferno 1. Unless you're, a major whale, you can just burn through Inferno 2 just the same. Go ahead. But I'd say run Inferno 1 just for speed and for better time. But anyway, the event is open to all players, level 30 and above. Selected dungeon can be any of the following. So you see that they didn't use pit or monastery, which is great, because those are like kind of the worst ones, and they were not bug tested when they released those. So, and that's obvious to all of us, I think, at this point, exactly how terribly buggy they are, especially pit. Yeah. And then here's the rewards. You have to place, and it will keep your top speed time, your best speed time per run. So you can run it multiple times over and over and over during that 12 hours for that dungeon if you want, but it will keep your fastest time no matter what. So that's kind of nice. For the top spots here, that's funny they say slots. It's whatever. The dust and gold, this is laughable here. But down here's where it kind of kicks up a little bit, not by much. This one here, you get a Demon's Dash 30-day Arcana Nimbus Aura. So you get an aura for 30 days if you're in the top 3 slots for your class. And then of course top 4 to 15, you get a 14-day aura. You get only a week aura if you're in the 16 to 100. It's whatever. The auras are whatever and forgettable because they're time specific and they only last for so long and they expire, which is stupid. But then if you're in the top 3 slots, 5 random legendary items, 4 legendary crests, and then the rest is kind of a joke. So yeah, 5 random legendary items is whatever. The 4 legendary crests is kind of nice, and then if you're in the 4 to 15, you get a legendary crest instead of 4. So anywhere past the spots 4 to 15 all the way down to and even if you're in the top 100, you still get a legendary crest out of this. So it's worth just doing once, if anything, to see where you fall, I guess, to get a legendary crest out of it. Other than that, the rest of the stuff is, I think, honestly, is kind of forgettable, but it is what it is. Now, what they omitted on the global notes is the fact that you have to do this right here. This is funny to me too on the Chinese notes, the Google translation. John Wick. What? What does that have to do with anything? But anyway, let's see. Here it is. Note: only solo dungeon clearance will be counted in the rankings, and the dungeons, when you get the clearance that triggers the only boss, the gold bosses, that one will not be counted in the speed run. So it has to be a full dungeon run, excuse me, and it has to be done solo for this event. So take that with what you will. They did not list that at all, and that's a huge omittance, I think, on the global end. they left that out entirely. That's pretty terrible because that's actually quite the thing. So, all right. Now we got the battle pass armors. You can watch the video online if you want to. I'm not going to play it because, well, all right. I guess we'll do this here. It's going to be kind of tiny because I'm not going to blow this up. It's going to throw off the sizing I have already saved. I'll just let it play through. You can see it if you want. Like I said, I don't know. These are always a point of contention amongst everybody. Anyway, some like say, "Oh, that one's kind of cool," and then different strokes for different folks, kind of thing. It's whatever. It's whatever. So anyway, all right. Revenant Market. They're bringing back a couple of the older ones, and this is the obols. They're bringing back the obol currency. This is all, pay to draw kind of stuff, of course. So it is what it is. Obviously, I think we might still get a free draw. It says here, yeah. I think it says. I don't remember them doing that before for these certain ones anyway, but we might. So we'll see what it is. Returning events, the usual stuff, the usual fare. Fractured Plane, very good for catch-up, very good for everybody, actually, on all accounts. Legendary gear, experience, you name it. Fractured Plane is the top of the list, of course, as far as the events go, and always has been. Hopefully, though, we get some good skills this time around and synergies, because the last one felt kind of rough. I didn't really like it at all. It took longer than it should have because of what we had to work with, at least on Wizard anyway. It was all right, but it could have been way better. Felt very slow, if I recall it correctly. Conqueror coming back around, Hungry Moon, Wild Brawl, Shady Stock. Now, what they get a double drop event, which we don't. So, double rewards, claim location, West March, Blacksmith, okay, and Ashward Cemetery. Okay, Ashwold. All right, now they get a double drop event. It only highly popular buff. Double drop time for them is just for 1 day. So yeah, they get a double drop event. We don't on global. So that's the one thing that we don't get. All right, feature updates. Let me see if I can sync these up here so they match. Here it is. PvP event increases the effect of death free. Yeah. Oh, they do say it on here. Okay, good. All right, so this is it here, and this is it over here. Health bars in PvP. They're putting a silver lining. Hey, yeah, silver lining around the health bar of people that have cheat death available that didn't proc yet. So, which includes, here are some places where cheat death skills can be derived from. Savior, familiar skill, the Undying Rage from Barbarian, Phoenix Ashes, and the Cheat Death Paragon skill. Now, it's funny because they didn't list them all here, but over here in theirs they do. Peak Secret skill, Vitality. I'm guessing this is the Paragon, right? This is the Paragon Cheat Death. That's interesting translation. But anyway, Necromancer skill. There it is. So yeah, we see that one when it happens, obviously, for the Necros when they drop and revive themselves, but borrow time, yeah. So there it is. So yeah, that one's listed over here, and it wasn't listed on this side, but that's really neither here nor there. You get the idea, though. Anything that would have that kind of effect is in play, and it will show on the health bar, and both friend and foe alike see that, so take that for what you will. It doesn't really matter, honestly, because Tempests probably have those on for almost ever. Barbarians, too, so I don't know. Although the Barbarians are using that helm, it's going to strip that. I think I think it strips the Savior, I think. So, hey. Anyway, Blacksmith location in the Court of Whispers is in there. I haven't been there because we've been on Immortal this turn. During this, so I haven't been able to see it. If it is in there yet, I don't know. So I thought it was supposed to be the last update, but maybe they just got around to putting it into these patch notes, or maybe they're just finally implementing it. I don't know. Because there isn't any mention of it here in the Chinese notes, actually. which I thought was pretty interesting. So honestly, I think it already has been implemented, and the global notes is just getting around to list showing it themselves. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's the different. Yeah, I think this was in the last notes, and they didn't list it in the global. Anyway, Castle Erebon, or however you say it, has now a chance to receive monster essences. Another forgettable event, sadly. The two rune zones that were supposed to be increased on their drop rates, and they're still absolutely trash, and are forgettable unless you have to do them for any reason. Yeah, I don't know. This one here, they now can drop monster essences in there. I guess they didn't, and you can. Well, in that one, you just open chests as fast as you can and get out. So I understand that. So that's cool that they added that in, I guess, as a little quality of life thing. I knew they did drop in the Abyssal Verge, so that's cool that they added that into the other one, I guess. However, they did leave out this here. I guess if some people were having this issue, this is part of it that they left out in the global. Optimize the scene collision performance and fix the problem that some players would be accidentally blocked while walking. So yeah, collision, and you get stuck, you get hung up places, moving around. So that's cool that they, I guess, optimize that supposedly. So we'll see how well that goes, I guess, for anybody that actually does do these enough times. But anyway, PvP. I gotta get these side by side here because I feel like they're not in order. Oh, they might be. They might be. Something. Oh wait. Where's? No, they're not. Here it is. There we go. This right here. Battlefield Zealous Idols. The resurrection time for defenders in Zealous Idols match of Battleground will increase relative to the objective's position. The idol with the greatest progress will be used to determine the defending team's resurrection time. What that means is, and I don't really like this approach because they're missing the point here. It's not a matter of that being the problem in these matchups that are over really quick one way or the other. What they're saying is the furthest down the lane the idol makes it, the longer your respawn time is going to be on the defense side to get back to the field, which absolutely sucks. That means basically attackers, if you can make it out of the second spawn, it's game over for defense, and it's going to be over even quicker. This is hopefully going to be ill received, and I hope that they will just cancel this out because that's not the issue here. And then if you see in so many words over here, and I'm still trying to find the rationality that they decided to go with this. We found, developer comments over here, we found that when the two sides are equally strong, right there, that's kind of a joke. We all know that balancing in Battlegrounds is not there, and hasn't been, and still won't be, because it's a matter of class disparity, class balance, class distribution. That's the biggest issues here, more so than anything else. And this, honestly, the position of the idols has nothing to do with it. It's the class that whatever party or whatever teams you have, whatever classes you have on each side is the issue here, not this. So this is honestly just going to make it worse, I feel, and I really don't like this. I'm hoping that it won't last for very long, and they really do need to play their own game to put, before they do something like this, because this is like 2 steps back again instead of going forward. We're stepping backwards. That's my take on that one, but anyway, hopefully it won't last long, and if they see that fact, and honestly, I really wish they would listen. I really wish they would listen to the community better than what they do, which is not very much. All right, Paragon Tree, and they don't even listen to like the partner program people that much, if at all, either. So that's a huge red flag. So Paragon Trees, this here, I'm not entirely sure what to make of this one. Again, Paragon Trees can now be activated from the central node of the tree. Your last set of activated skills with each specialization will be remembered, making it more convenient to switch specializations. So we'll have to see that once they implement that into the game. How, I guess it's so we don't, before we had to save our Paragons to our armories, when swapping back and forth, which became kind of a pain doing it ever since they introduced the new Paragon system from the old one, which is crazy because they just kind of made that more complex than it needed to be. But this supposedly, I guess, is now just going to be a one push button change, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, Armory optimization. The Armory will now have an option to save your selected Reforged loadouts as part of each profile. So your Reforged bonuses that you have in all your gear, of which we can have 2 different profiles of saved. We have that now, but now the Armory will also save that for you, I guess, in there. And this option will be enabled as by default, so you will have to disable it in the Armory options menu if you don't want it. Okay, so there's that. It is here, by the way, but there's a lot more than just that. Yeah, it's your Reforged bonuses that are getting saved. Oh no, that is it. That is it for the Armory. So these 2 are the same. Automatic navigation, the auto pathing. Using dash skills such as the Wizard Teleport while auto navigating will no longer interrupt it. So that's great. So you can actually, use a dash ability to speed it along, as you're just letting it do its auto thing anyway. So that's kind of nice. It's just a little tweaking, but it's whatever. Let's see what else. We got Dream and Drown Cascade for Tempest. They increased the internal cooldown between the triggered waves. It used to be a half a second. Now it's 1 full second, which, whatever. But they also increased the damage of the triggered waves by 100%. Yeah. So it's like, oh, well, we're adding half a second, to, when they trigger, but we're increasing the damage. We're doubling the damage. That's, I don't know. I feel like that's unnecessary, but whatever. So that's over here. And let's see. The Heliquarry. Upon defeating a Heliquarry boss, the big chests at the end, they'll automatically open like they do in dungeons. Finally. This is long overdue as far as that goes. That should have been implemented when they did the dungeon ones. I don't know why they didn't, but here we are. They're finally doing it now. So there's that. That's good. Now, there's a region-specific thing here, which is over here already. For whatever reason, the following changes are for the Diablo Immortal version in China only. Cosmetics worn by a barbarian can still be seen even when using Wrath of the Berserker. I didn't really notice, honestly. Well, I didn't really pay attention because I don't play Barb. But I guess that's a thing. And apparently they're only implementing that in the Chinese version. So, whatever, I guess. I don't know how to take that, because that seems kind of very specific. But there's that one. So that was in here. And let's see, what else? There's something else. Oh yeah, this is what they left out. They left out, and then they got bug fixes down here. On global, as always, is aha! But the bug fixes they left over here, we've got Demon Hunter. Fix the issue where the Demon Hunter's main hand, Vigilant, which is Vigilance in the game, would have an abnormal number of missiles when paired with Drowning Ember's outfit, whichever that translates into. I think it's Drowning Embrace. Oh, no, it did say Drowning Embrace right there. Never mind. But yeah, that's really odd that a cosmetic in their spaghetti code that they use, that would cause it to fire more missiles. So if you were using that all this time, kudos for you using that little exploit, but apparently this is supposedly getting fixed. That is very, 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 very odd that a cosmetic would affect a skill. That is so weird. It's so weird that went on, and who knows however long that was going on for before they finally went and decided to fix it and catch it. So, I mean, kudos to them for finally catching a bug fix like that, but at the same time, I'd much rather them fix other bugs that have been in since day one in the game and the lag for everybody. But anyway, so there's that. Now, here we go. More Demon Hunter stuff, by the way. Optimize the combo operation experience of Demon Hunter's rope shooting, which is basically the rope swing skill. Whenever you land, you can now, or while you're in the air, you can press whatever you want, whatever skill you want to use and it will automatically fire when you land. So that's optimized for demon hunters even better. So obviously that hopefully will make some demon hunters even more happy than they already currently are. For those that use that one. Okay, so now it'll immediately fire. You just got to press it while you're in the air. So instead of waiting to land to sit there and mash the skill. All right, so there's that, and then I guess this is kind of a whale thing here. The equipment library, which is the armory, can now save the Resonance and Wing Awakening. The Wing Awakening Resonance in the saved plan before the update will use the character's current Wing Awaken Resonance. So I'm guessing you can alter that in the armory now, and I don't know how I feel about that one, because that means you can give yourself more or less resonance and have it saved to your armory. But whatever, if that falls into the category of somehow smurfing, I don't know. But then again, you want those bonuses from the wings and whatever. But anyway, there you go. That's it for that. That should cover it pretty well this time around. I think I did. Yeah, I did a little bit better on this time. But there you go. That is the side-by-side comparison, the little discrepancies between the two. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. We're still missing a lot of things I'd like to see. I'd like to see the freaking story continue here at some point here very soon, because I'm getting tired of waiting for it. I'm trying to see how they're going to go with this, because this is all happening between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, as most of us should hopefully know still, because that is the story. So with Diablo gaining power like they are, I'm really curious how that's going to work from here on out, because how we know what the Diablo 3 story is. But anyway, yeah, until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and fire as always, stay safe best you can. One day at a time is all we can do. Until next time, see ya.